All right, good morning, viewers. You're welcome to today's broadcast. It is City Stand. Once again, I'm Michael Adekunle. We appreciate you for joining us this Friday morning. We are the 13th of March 2026. Of course, you know how we do it. Yeah, we are here to dish out informations, raw ones, raw informations concerning Nigeria. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has steered a debate after declaring that his emergence as president of Nigeria was ordained by God. His comments has drawn criticism, from different parts of the country, especially from the African Democratic Congress, that's ADC. Other political voices are also speaking on this, which we will be reacting to this morning on the platform. Please kindly subscribe to the channel if you are watching us for the first time. Also, like the program. It's very, very important. Like the program. Smash the like button. Please smash it as you watch the program. You can also drop your comments regarding what we are discussing this morning. Meanwhile, the pioneer of the Revolution Now movement, Omoyele Sowore, joined a protest that happened or took place in Abia State yesterday, as around the Ariaria Market. This was to demand the release of Nnamdi Kanu, who has been in detention of the federal government. Sowore joined the protest yesterday, led it, and we'll be reacting to this as well this morning. Of course, my reviewers are here. I'm not yet here alone. They are to dissect these important issues with me this beautiful Friday morning, the 13th of March 2025. Femi, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. Good morning, and good morning, our viewers. We say happy weekend to all of you. Thank you for always being there for us. May God continue to bless you. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Mr. Mike. I want to say a very good morning to our esteemed viewers, and to truly appreciate you for always keeping faith with the platform. And thank God it's Friday.
All right, thank God it's Friday. Yes, how are you doing? Good morning to you. You're welcome to the program. You off the camera, please.
Good morning. Celebrate everyone. Thank God it's Friday. And thank you for joining us this beautiful morning. Stay tuned. God bless you.
All right, thank you so much. Did you witness the protest yesterday?
Yes, I witnessed it. I didn't participate anyway, but I witnessed it. I monitored everything from beginning to the end.
To the end.
Yes.
All right, pause there. I'm coming back to you. Well, let's quickly move down to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Lucky, I'm coming. I know you want to greet viewers, Abby. All right, no problem.
Let me just say good morning. It's Friday. Friday, we bless you and bless us. Thank you very much.
Okay, everybody wants to greet the viewers. Yes. No problem. Only two is there.
Mr. Mike, you are the first one. Will be good morning. I want to come on.
Good morning,
Mike, thank God it's Friday. And our global viewers, you are most welcome. Thank you very much. I remain Saudi lady. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday. Good to be alive. Good to be with you guys again this morning. Thank you very much for the support, and God bless you all.
All right, we also need to appreciate King Henry, for blessing Oyezi. Need to appreciate him once more. King Henry, thank you so much. That's the palace himself, the palace of the palace.
The palace. I want to say a big thank you to me. God bless you, sir. The palace himself, King Henry. God bless you. I really appreciate. I got the
50,000
50K you sent to me. You know, God bless you. Thank you. I celebrate you. Thank you. God bless you, sir.
All right, bless you. Also appreciating other viewers who have been supporting us on the platform. They've been great.
Yeah.
You know, thank you so much. Every of the viewers there out there watching us, we say big thank you to you. We appreciate your effort, your immense support on the platform. All right, to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. PDP is strong in Sokoto despite defection, says Senator Geda. All right, we'll move down to another one. Makinde Group urges Wike allies to return to People's Democratic Party mainstream. R&B Latitudes at Fair announces Nigeria focus for 2026. We'll move down to Another story, yeah. Tinubu to politicians bow to rule of law on Electoral Act. Tinubu to politicians bow to rule of law on Electoral Act. Does the president respect rule of law? Does to politicians to bow to rule of law? All right, 2027, Obi Atiku Amici working together to stop Tinubu, says the African Democratic Congress. Obi, Atiku, Amechi, they are all working together to make sure Tinubu is out of power come 2027, says ADC. All right, other stories here. Why we dumped our former parties, say Tambua, Baribe, Dixon, other senators. And the last one, ADC breaks silence on King Gibi suspension. Yeah, ADC breaks silence on King Gibi suspension. I'm sure our esteemed viewers are in the comment section saying hi to us this morning. We need to acknowledge their presence. I can see Emmanuel Oguji on the screen, though I don't have access to the comment section now on my phone. But Emmanuel Oguji, I'm sure he's there and he's saying hi to us this morning. Good morning to you. Yeah, Retro Post Reflect is also here. Now, good morning. The real Nigerians, thank you so much, Retro Post. Thank you. We appreciate your presence here this morning. All right, yeah, Emmanuel Oguji, like I said, is here with us all the way from Madrid. So good morning to you. We have Mafidon, a consistent viewer on the platform. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Akinlade Akintayo is also here. We say good morning to you. Not forgetting Olushike Olusoya. That's an esteemed viewer on the platform. You've been following me for over 8 years or so. Thank you so much, Olushike Olusoya. That's a great man. How is your wife, sir? We appreciate your presence this morning. Not forgetting Mrs. Anoma and Mr. Ben Osadia in Germany. Good morning to you all. Good morning. Also Abake in London. There's another K in Germany. Good morning to you. Robert Uche, a great man on the platform. Say good morning to you. The palace of the palace. Mrs. Clara. Mrs. Tina in California. Say good morning to you. Thank you so much. Mama Milame. Only calls mother of Israel. How do you say it again? How do you?
She's a mother of Israel, and she's the people's lovers. People want to just associate with you because of your goodness in you, and I say God will keep blessing you and all the people that have been supporting, all the viewers that have been supporting us. God will bless you all, and we never lack actually. Thank you for having us.
All right, thank you so much. We also have Yusuf Atobajaye. Yeah, Atobajaye. Good morning to you, Yusuf. You're welcome to the program. We appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe to the channel if you're watching us for the first time. Like I said earlier on, smash that like button. I can see just 3 likes. You are not helping the channel. Please increase the likes. If you are watching us with any device, kindly just smash that like button. It's very, very important. Smash the like button. We have how many people in the comment section? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or so. Thank you so much. Somebody has hit the like button. It's very, very tough. Thank you so much. We've reached 6. Very, very important. We hit the like button. I know I don't say it all the time, but please kindly help me in doing that. I'm not used to it.
Yes.
All this content creator will say, please, I beg, please hit it.
Yes. Even it's a matter of beg and prayer.
Someone say, please hit the like button. So if I don't know how to do that, please, you should know that it's because of where I'm coming from. Yeah, please. I'm not a content creator, but it's still part of content creating.
Yes.
It's part of
it. It's a news content.
So we are creating content as well. Kindly subscribe to the channel if you're watching us for the first time. All right, we need to quickly talk about what happened in Abia State yesterday. But before doing that, let's quickly talk about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who said his emergence as the president of Nigeria was ordained by God Almighty. Lucky is laughing behind. All right, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on this morning. James John.
Yes, sir. These are I want to reduce it to a mere political statement. Those are some of the statements we get from them. Anytime they get into power, they want to make it look as if it was, God designed. But then if you look at what happened before they eventually emerged, you will know that it was truly what they orchestrated. It wasn't about God. God is a perfect God, and he will never get involved in any form of imperfection. So the election, like we all know, is a system designed and created by man. You understand? I think if he's saying God kept him alive to have, to have really, after orchestrating whatever plan they designed, to have really be alive to take over power. If that is what he meant, I think it's okay. But to say God made him president, it's a system designed by man. The electoral system was designed, whether it is faulty, whether it is designed to, so that the will of the people will prevail, or whichever way, it is man designed. You understand? So I don't want to believe that it was God ordained.
Well, irrespective of any, design or any platform, anybody emerge, God is aware of it. When Israelites, when they rejected prophets as their leader, and they said, we want to have king, and God said, okay, it's not that Samuel you reject me, but that system they are going to have it. Despite that they choose their own system, God see intervening, who become king, and who he removes, and he will become king. And they have made it very difficult in this part of the world to actually separate the hand of God and human made. You see, because if you are a Bible scholar, you will see that sometimes some king die for another king to emerge, and God is aware of it. Yes, a particular son chased his father away from palace, and it was part of God's plan. It was as a result of the sin of father. So when all this kind of thing is happening, you cannot totally remove the hand of God from it, whether by election. There was election in the Bible. Yes, the selection of someone to replace Judas was by election, and sometimes Holy Spirit intervenes. So irrespective of any design you make or any platform or anything, God is aware of it, and we just have to take it the way Mr. President have just said it. If God don't want him there, maybe after 2 years he will have packed him, or before even the election he will have packed him, and he will be beyond this life. So, but one thing that we should be telling them is this: God can choose somebody and still reject you later if you refuse to do his will. So he shouldn't be banking on, I become president to define the hand of God, then I can do whatever I like. Irrespective of how you emerge, it is an assignment, and God give you, and you are going to give account of what you have done with the mandate God has given you, irrespective of any platform or any system or any way you pass to get to that place. That's my submission.
All right, thank you so much. Jacob Adedeji is watching us from the United States of America.
Good morning, sir.
So good morning to you, Jacob. Thank you for joining us. Also, good morning, Abdul. So good morning to you. Babayaga, good morning. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate all of you. All right. Away from that, Nnamdi Kanu. The protest was staged yesterday, and Omoyele Sowore led the protest. Some people said he should have gone to Sokoto to stake that protest instead of in Abia State. How do you feel?
Well, if you look at his choice of Abia State, and I think he carefully chose Abia State because of the governor of Abia State. If it were others, I can tell you there would have been either tear gas or something. We have always talked about one man in the eastern region who has in a way tried to be diplomatic in his approach, you understand, unlike other governors. And I believe he carefully chose Abia State because he knows that there wouldn't be any form of police brutality or tear gassing of whatever. And it was actually a peaceful protest. There were lots of crowd. People came out to say, to join the protest. But if you look at I know in a way Sowore as a politician is also trying to build his popularity, and of course it's not a bad thing to do that. But if you look at the protests, is it a bad thing to say that Nnamdi Kanu should be freed, especially in a country where we have seen terrorists who will go all out, killing people, maiming people, destroying properties, and nothing was done to them? In a country where we see government by themselves came up with a program called Operation Corridor, is it Safe Corridor or whatever, you understand, where they say they de-radicalize Boko Haram members and then reintegrate them into the society. So why is same not done to Nnamdi Kanu, especially somebody that there was never a time we saw him or a news where they said he carried AK-47 to kill people. He only, was talking tough about the fact that the union called Nigeria, he will want a situation where him and his people will be out of this union. You understand? I think Nigeria should go back and check, that level of injustice done to a man, which now translated to a tribe. You understand? We have seen what the Fulani people have done in this country. We have seen what most northern people, particularly in the corner, have done in this country, and nobody has gone after them. Nobody. These people, in fact, there was a time when they called for peace talk. They said one of the terrorists was wearing the police uniform of the senior police officer that they killed. You understand? And they went and nothing happened. You understand? So if we truly want a society where criminals will be dealt by, let's build institution and ensure that irrespective of tribe, irrespective of wherever you come from, if you go against the law, you will be dealt with. But we live in a country where they select. Some people are, above the law, and then some people, no matter how small is the crime they commit, the government will go after them.
Femi, what will determine the release of Nnamdi Kanu? What will determine his fate? Is it the protest people are embarking on, or the court?
It is very, very unfortunate that protests cannot release Nnamdi Kanu. No protests. I repeat. For anybody that want to listen.
Well, I realize they tried to sit at home. The sit at home didn't work.
It's their state governors that are crying about sit at home. Have you ever heard federal government talk about their sit at home? You can sit at home as long as you like. It doesn't cause. I'm not sure federal government is bothered. It's their state governor that are being bothered by that sit at home. So to federal government and with the kind of body language I'm seeing, no protest can bring out Nnamdi Kanu. Having said that, that doesn't mean there shouldn't be protests. People have right to protest, especially a peaceful protest in a democratic setting. So what they did yesterday is allowed by law, and by choosing Abia, they choose a right place anyway, because the man comes from Abia State, and Abia State was once even headquarters of the Biafra. Yes, the headquarters of Biafra was once located at Abia. I think that was the last place where Ojukwu spent his, administration as head of the Biafra at that time. So choosing the Abia is not a wrong choice. Plus the advantage of Alex Oti, an understanding governor that will not disturb them. So it's better to take action. Than not take at all. It's better to say something rather than keep quiet. So coming out to protest for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, there's nothing wrong with it. But me, that I stand there, I don't think that protest can release Nnamdi Kanu, because this is a matter that has passed through court. And anything that has passed through court, I don't think it will be settled out of court. So if Nnamdi Kanu will be released, it's going to be through appeal court or a Supreme Court of judgment. And if there's going to be clemency, then there will be a sit-down, a round table talk. Not like that one. Not like that kind of a protest. That kind of a protest will not move federal government. That's the problem. Because these people, because they have cut their hair a long time ago.
Move federal government because Sowore was there or what? Come to think of it, Sowore was supposed to be at the court yesterday. Yeah, currently going currently being tried for alleged remarks, defamatory remark against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So why was he even there in the first place?
That one is also an act of disrespecting and downgrading. I mean, the system that I'm not even bothered about your courts. This is where I belong, and I'm not surprised with what Sowore is doing. I think another hobby of Sowore is protest. So I call him Akerogun. So any opportunity to protest, he quickly joined the protest. I could remember when we wanted to do NSAS, he actually came out and chest out until people tell him that, Oga, this one is not you are not going to champion this one. This is the protest that's going to, be championed by all Nigerians, and they put him in his place. So even somebody like Sowore joining protest now, federal government, they will not even mind that protest, because it's something that he has continuously doing, and they have seen it as a normal routine. That okay, you are doing your job, we are here, we are going to be here, and we are. Apart from Sowore, tell me other political leader that joined that protest yesterday. I don't witness anybody. Maybe one of their political, juggernaut joined them in that place. Abaribe, I don't see him there. Some of the I don't see him there. So we don't know how to play his game, but I don't think this kind of game will release in Nnamdi Kanu. And I've been asking questions that Olobi Onegbako, the bone of contention is Biafra. People usually talk about forgiving terrorists, all this kind of. Even if the terrorists are pretending, they tell us that they pretend. Didn't they? Yes, they told us they are pretend. We have repented. Whether they are protesting, whether they are pretending, but they told us, oh, we have repented. Do you think Nnamdi Kanu ready to say that I've repented? And I've always given you the example of somebody that has mellowed down. Where he is now, he's a free man. Rafu Wasuruke, he's also a Nigerian. Yes, he did the same thing Nnamdi Kanu did, asking for Biafra. I don't know how he go about his own, but now he's a free man because he's suspended. And people are talking about Sunday Igboho. I told you, everybody watches when Sunday Igboho use his mouth to play rock at the palace of Ordained. He started begging from Ordained to Allah. Let them.
Currently, he's supporting President Bola.
It's a choice.
He's even putting on cap of APC.
Yes.
Everywhere he goes now, he goes on the cap of APC.
Mr. Michael, it's a choice. To live or to die is a choice. Sometimes, yes, you may choose to die and you may choose to live. So now,
why did this start it in the first place? Why did this start it in the first place?
Maybe he had told us that he ventured into the journey that he didn't know. Yes, and I've been saying it here that the man derailed, he goofed. Where he started from was dealing with Fulani, which I like him that time. That time I was angry, I was anchoring him, I was doing your back program that time. I know how you are praising. But when he traveled out, some people, the man, he has limited education background. So when he traveled out, some people cajole him, and they were able to lure him into that jungle that he didn't know how to navigate. And that's what I've been citing the example of Professor Banji Akintoye that before you find that man culpable, okay, you will try. You will try. All this Sunday Igboho, you will just come out. Even that time, he talked too much. Everybody remember Koiki now? Koiki Media. Koiki Media, yes, he come out and said, they are going to burn the palace of, maybe Alaka Palace. This is not how to go about it. Look at some desperate move. When those ones went to Agodi, government, or your state government house that time, they said they want to declare. Didn't they hear from it? Can you hear of them now? How many of them were they killed that day? Okay, it's as simple as that. As simple as that. So my question now is, if Tinubu want to release Nnamdi Kanu now, based on what? That Nnamdi Kanu has agreed that he's going to stop the agitation, or is ready that let Nigeria be one, or what do you see Nnamdi Kanu as somebody that is ready to compromise? And you cannot eat your cake and have it. Now Sunday Igboho, the dent on his image now, he's carrying it about. Yeah, people are saying, and now he chose to live, he chose to be free. That I want to be. I've always tell people, they say Sunday Igboho is now working free. Before this time, and I say he's not working free. He's still on the wanted list.
He's not a fighter.
And when he travel, this man is a son of soil. He's not somebody that you go and spend like 2-3 years abroad in a cold area. So everything you do in this life is about choice, and I wish anybody, any lane you choose, I wish them best of luck. That is my point.
All right, Taiwo Nlade, Victor Prince says there is no amount of protest that will get Nnamdi Kanu released. Only political solution can help. I hope Kanu learned some lessons. Nobody is bigger than the state. Yeah, on to the next one. If you want to say something.
Yeah, I wanted to say nobody is bigger than the government. Why are they not demonstrating their strength on terrorists? We have seen people who have committed more heinous crime, who has even rendered the economy, you know, if you go to the entire 19 states, you know, what is really working now? Absolutely nothing. And who are the people responsible for that? So why are the government not really demonstrating their strength in that angle, in that regard? You understand? In case of Nnamdi Kanu, of course, I know the reason why he's still in incarceration is because probably he has refused to bend. You understand? He knows why, because I believe government must approach him on some level of compromise. Can you go silent so that we don't talk about this? Probably he refused, and that is why it's in. But when we say that, if it is a clear case of injustice, and must be addressed. Of course, protest in a sane society can change the decision of government. That is why people protest now. What you are doing, we feel is not right. We have seen where protests have changed government decision. Under Jonathan in 2012, protests made him to reverse his decision when they talk about subsidy removal. So why do we protest in the first place if protests cannot change government decision?
Protests can change government.
All right, Electoral says under what law was MNK convicted non-existent?
Okay, now move on.
All right, Lawal Mutiu Adeoye says Ojukwu did the same thing after he was free and formed a political party. So only Igbo did that.
Yes, not only Igbo, yes. Ojukwu even went Nigeria to ransom for 3 years.
Yeah.
He went to exile and he was pardoned, returned. The history, so it's not about, let me tell you one thing.
Okay, it is not only Igbo that did that.
It's not only Igbo, yes, Ojukwu did it as well. Let me tell you one thing. What this narrative we are pushing is not in the constitution. If you catch me as a thief now, I cannot use another thief that you are able to catch to justify my crime in the court of law. That okay, am I the only one stealing? They catch me now, I'm a thief. Then I now go to court and I say, why don't you catch the other thief now? In what court of in any reasonable court of law, how can you use that one to justify? You are the one that they catch. And we have been hearing, precedents of this kind of a thing. It doesn't mean that tomorrow they cannot also reach, agreement about Nnamdi Kanu. But presently now, that's what we are witnessing. The narrative may change tomorrow. As simple as that.
Femi, do you see him getting out of?
Yes, I see him. No matter how long it will take, it will definitely come out of that place. Because this administration is not going to stay there forever. And I've never heard anybody die.
In this administration, is it likely to come out?
If it's going to come out of that place, it's not going to be now. It might be towards the end of administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, or after the second term.
Will be granted presidential pardon, or
can be granted presidential pardon, and that one will still be based on some conditions. Because I've been asking one question now, that if Tinubu genuinely said that Nnamdi Kanu will free you, okay, does it mean that he has accepted in his conscience? Does Tinubu has accepted disintegration of Nigeria? Because that's what Nnamdi Kanu represents, disintegration of Nigeria. Or will Nnamdi Kanu say that, well, we can move on as in Nigeria, and would that one be the case for Tinubu to release him? What will be the based on what? Because this is the bone of contention. This is the strong bone of contention. We don't want to be part of this union, and they make it difficult that you cannot even ask for it. You cannot, the so-called public opinion or whatever, what do they call it? Whether they ask person, do you want to separate or not? It's not in our constitution. Referendum is not in our constitution. Yes, that kind of referendum is not included in our constitution. So if you want to include it, you start from House of Assembly. If Nigeria want to disintegrate, and go and search who are the people who make it to be act of terrorism to ask for separation of Nigeria. When we want to gain independence, that time when we are looking for independence, when they are discussing how do we want to form our alliance, do we have chance of asking for separation? Who is the person that said no? That shouldn't be that clause. It was a sequence that said there shouldn't be that clause, that they should make it as an act of terrorism for anybody to ask for the separation of Nigeria. I don't know what he was thinking about that time. We wanted to make a confederation that time. That was the I mean, the confederation was what Awolowo and the rest of, even this northerner, they were afraid of independence. Yes, the first time the southerner went to the north to go and make campaign for independence, there was riot in 1953. Yes, that was the first time that was riot because they wanted to break away. Yes, they were afraid. Some people think they were wise and they want to lord over them because they have their base in that place, and they, I mean, greedily make sure that they glue us together, inseparable. Who is the first person that said Araba? And what was the response that time? So this only union that we have found ourselves was not only associated by UK. If we request for our separate independent data, they will have granted us. Yes, Britain will have granted us. They don't have problem. Is it too late?
It's not too late. After all, one of the conditions after amalgamation was that after 100 years, you can go your separate ways. In 2014, we were 100 years in 2014. You understand? And I think that was when Jonathan came up with the confab. You understand that Nigerians should decide their fate. And then there was a confab report that was presented to Buhari, a situation where the entirety of Nigeria from different tribes came together and said, on this account, we want to leave. And that was a document. I am surprised to see no president has, touched that confab report. People, the Fulanis, the House, the entirety of Nigerians came together. They disagree and came into agreement and produced the document called confab. So how come nobody is checking that document? Very important. Why my concern with, you see, one of the things I wanted to say about Nnamdi Kanu is that aside from disintegration, Nnamdi Kanu also has possessed a lot of influence. The politicians are scared of that influence. That if they free this man, particularly in a time such as this, some of these Southeast governors, because they are even the #1 problem of Nnamdi Kanu. I don't even see Tinubu being the problem of Nnamdi Kanu. If the Southeast governors truly wanted Nnamdi Kanu out, they know what to do. They know. Imagine a situation where the entirety 5 governors in the Southeast, take it upon themselves and they make this as a very important, what they want the president to do for them. Do you think they cannot achieve it? But because they know this man calling and they can, if you allow him to come, some of them may not be re-elected. He has become so influential. Anywhere you go in the east and Nnamdi Kanu is mentioned, you will just see crowd from nowhere. People will just abandon what they are doing. Our savior, you understand? So do you know what this man, what his influence will do if he's out and say, don't vote for this man? The man is automatically out. That's what it means. You understand?
Mr. Michael, amalgamation that you are looking at, they don't just come one day and say we want to amalgamate. When Lord Lugard saw that it will be very, very expensive for us to be running this different entity separately, can we join them together? He wrote a memo, 1914 Constitution.
Yes.
In that 1914 amalgamation constitution, there was nothing like that clause of after 100 years. It was manufactured. It was manufactured. At least there was a document written and submitted to Britain Empire. People have gone through that, booklet. There was no clause relating to that. Having said that, that does not mean that if we want to negotiate our separation, we cannot negotiate it. Of course, I've been asking, what can Nigeria do for me that Southwest as a nation will not be able to do for me? Nothing. So, what I'm saying is that people should not just go and bring what is not there to come and justify their cause. It's not there. Anybody that has it should bring it out. That a written document concerning 1914 amalgamation said that after 100 years, we can go our separate way. Nothing like that. It's not exist. If anybody have it, they should submit it. They should let us see. The scholar have look for it. They couldn't find it.
All right, we move down to another person here. Ritual Boss Flight says, is it a must to remain together? If the one Nigeria is not working now, it is not working. Nigeria is not working. Time to create working nations. All right. Cosmo says, Femi, ride on. There was 100 years plus. All right. Taiwo Nladi says, terrorists are getting killed every day. Kanu should thank God. Kanu should thank his God for getting life sentence and not death sentence.
Thank him for saying that. They arrest some terrorists, pardon them. Do you know how many of them they kill? Yes, the one that are not arrested, the one that are not surrender. You think they don't kill terrorists? All the terrorists they just pardon them. You know how well. Let's move on.
No, see, can I react to it, Mr. Michael? See, my own concern for him to say thank God, what is really thank God in a country where we have seen criminal? Do you know this de-radicalization of terrorists? The federal government told Nigeria that they have de-radicalized over 300 Boko Haram. You understand? Do you know what Boko Haram have done to people? These people will walk to church. The one I can remember, you know, is the Mandela incident in 2012. You understand? Where they went to church and then on Christmas Day, over 40-something people were killed. You understand? And then you will say that Nnamdi Kanu should thank his God. Who has he killed? Who has he killed? We are talking about people who have killed people in thousands, in hundreds. They will go to a family and kill the entire member of the family. And then these people will negotiate with government, they will free them, they will reintegrate them in the society. And you are saying a man who has truly not killed anybody apart from statement he made should really thank his God? What kind of a country is that? I think that should be one of the things that make a country to try is equity, justice, and fairness. You understand? If you don't get it, there is no country. And that is what we are saying. You understand? I am not saying it's completely innocent, but government should look at the fact that they have also goofed in many ways. We have seen a lot of injustice in this country where a lot of people who committed crime are just walking the street. In fact, some of them are, as a result of the crime they are committing, make billions out of it. You understand? So why would we say a man who just made statement should thank his God that it was a life sentence? That is not fair.
All right, thank you so much, John. Femi, we appreciate your contributions. Good morning to you, Doctor.
Good morning, viewer.
Yeah, good morning, viewer. Good to be here again. Good to be with the Southeastern. We are here again. Yeah.
All right, okay. I greeted before, so sorry.
Yes.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said his emergence as the president of the nation was ordained by God. Now the question is, who voted President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? How many Nigerians voted him in the last election? Did you vote him?
I didn't vote him.
And apart from this, we are grappling with economic challenges in the country. Who should be held accountable? Is it the president? We are grappling with insecurity. If he was ordained truly by God, should he be responsible for all these challenges we are facing?
If God appoints you, everything will be okay. If God anointed you, everything will be okay. Anything you ask for, God give it to you. Look at Pharaoh. Tinubu, okay, let's even agree that God supported him to be there. Are you doing the work of God God asked you to do? Where people are angry, hungry, no light, nothing with the resources we have it. So for me, if he say God is the one that supported him to be there, so be. But for me, I knew it's a lesson to Nigeria. But when God bring good luck, Nigeria refuse good luck, say it's not doing well. God has said, okay, let me bring somebody that you people accept. And he brought Tinubu, as he said. Say God bring him. Just to teach Nigeria lesson. I did not vote for him. I did not vote for him.
It means we are among the people who are opposing his emergence.
Because I know he cannot do anything.
You are against God's will for the country. If you
voted
against President Bola,
let me tell you, I didn't vote for him. I can't lie here. But when good Lord was doing well, and people were happy, celebrating, fuel was how much? Then Nigeria rejected good luck. And today, Tinubu is there just to teach us lesson because we don't like good things. And if he said God bring him, so be for me. I did not vote for him. I know he cannot do good thing for Nigeria. For me, if he say God bring him, that's going to be, but God bring it for purpose to come and tell us that he brought good person, I will refuse it as he didn't have good person.
All right,
today,
Mr.
nobody celebrating Tinubu.
If Tinubu's presidency is a divine plan by God Almighty, why are we still facing crisis in the country? Why?
We can still be facing the crisis. Nevertheless, God ordained Tinubu to be our president. Because as you see, the sin that has been committed in this country is enormous. And there's only the country that
What sin did you commit?
It's a lot of sins going on. We don't know that we are committing all around in the country. And God is looking at us. God is looking at us. And I always tell people that even the hellfire will be filled up of Nigerians. Let me just say that as it is. It's a message I'm sending. But people that wants to listen, they should listen. You know, and I can say, God may purposely planted Tinubu now, that okay, this same person that you are rejecting, you could see that a lot of rejection came under him. Then when he wanted to contest, some even made some advertisement. I'm talking of one of the media owner is late now, and say this guy is going to die, this guy cannot survive, this guy cannot do all these things. And God got angry that same people that said he will not survive is who are going to make him your president and will rule over you. And we need to learn a lot of lessons. Who God has appointed, let it be, because you cannot, work against God.
Do you think he became the president because it was divine or because of our electoral process?
Yeah, it was divine. It was divine, Mike. It was divine. And yeah, I heard it from like three prophets, from three prophets. Which pastor, our pastor, redeemed pastor, was part of it, and he said the coming in of Tinubu is a divine agenda from God.
And why are there allegations of manipulations, election irregularities? If you said it was divine,
if you want to go that way now, the election popularity discrepancies, yes, manipulation of the election. I can say rapidly, politics. Tinubu may not send them to go and manipulate the election for him, but the supporters, right, will go to the extreme end to go and and it's happening in everywhere. Even under what's it called, when Obi too, we saw what happened in the states in the Southeast there, in which they were cancelling all the where Tinubu get some scores, they will cancel it, they will put Obi there. So it has been like that. Political era, that any time we go into a political era, you will know that there's always a room for everybody to cheat, and it's only anybody that wants to say is a saint. You should come out and let me see him.
All right, let's run to the comment section. Let us rush there and see what the viewers are saying. Robert Uche, welcome to the program. Watching us from Germany. Thank you for joining us this beautiful Friday morning. All right, GOA is also here. Thank you for joining us, GOA. Good morning to you. All right, Ritual says God appointed Tinubu to be very afraid. That is why he cannot rest. Even after every elected officer turns APC and the Electoral Act is doctored to his favor. Okay, the Electoral Act is doctored to his favor. He will still want the results. Okay, this is not that clear. Retro, can you make it clearer? All right, we move to Cosmos. Mr. Kule, there is nothing like sin. Let our politicians be patriotic. Yeah, there's nothing like sin. Let our politicians be patriotic. Omoyele said divine rigging. Divine rigging.
They can go into a divine rigging too. It's rigging is allowed. You can go if you know that it's rigged. You too, you can try the best way to get your election rigged, because when people are saying the truth.
Are you encouraging rigging?
No. I'm just trying to code in that what he's saying is not even a divine rigging. How can he be saying divine rigging? Somebody
was the election transparent?
It was really. No, Mike. Yeah. You see, the mistake all this obedience, and the mistake they brought on the throne is like they never knew how to, go into this election. They never even know. They never even envisage that they will be in that spot of election. So they don't know how the election is being conducted. And I can say wholeheartedly that they grooved to the extent that when the election was counted and they said, "Oh, they won election," and it got to the case. It got to the courts. Court case now, and the lawyer. And they report to that. They say all eyes on judiciary. All eyes on that. They are being proactive against what has not been judged. And I can say wholeheartedly, and the judge now said, "Come and prove how you won this election."
The election was rigged
now,
overnight.
Tinubu came first, Atiku came second,
yes.
And Obi came third. So how come Atiku, how come Tinubu, how come Obi was third? Yeah, how come Obi was not challenging?
Election was rigged overnight.
They won the election. Why was it that it was only Tinubu? Obi was taken to court, attacking. I can say he has never mentioned Atiku, that Atiku rigged election or Atiku did not win, but it was still Mr. President. So that's why I say, with all the conquest agenda they want to apply on the president, it will not work.
So do you know what
happened all those times. We know all they recruited some people, even from the outside the country. We saw them in Ikeja, in Ogunjana. They just put them there, feed them, sort of things, just to diminish the president, diminish the country. And we were no, and we quickly countered the agenda. They could not succeed. So I think that's why they now said they won the election on the paper, not on the ballot.
All right, you said a few minutes ago that a majority of Nigerians will be in hell, and somebody is asking you, Kule, will you be in hellfire too?
If it is, so be. I can't say I'm a saint.
You join Nigerians.
No. I can't say. You see, I say it's one thing. It's so far to be hearing. Average Nigerians, we ourselves, average Nigerians are demonic. Average of us are demonic. If we are not demonic, we will not be where we are today. If we are be your brother's keeper, we will not be where we are today.
So if the trumpet sounds today,
everybody,
including
including me, yes. This one on our FIR.
I'm not
this on our FIR.
You see, the Nigerians, that election was rigged overnight. I knew Nigeria don't like what they want. See, as I said, sir, God give us everything in this country, everything.
You are going there.
Wait, but we refuse to acknowledge this. We refuse. Why? Because we don't like good thing. That is why God bring them. Pharaoh. And today, what we are regretting it. Things are very tough. So 2027, by the grace of God, oh Lord, we have learned lesson. This election wasn't overnight. You know what happened? When they say transmission did not work, all this no light, no, they cancel it, but they won't foresee it. But this time around, it's going to work. Okule, I'm not in the air. Maybe it should be you, me. I'm living. And God have mercy on us. Nigeria, what we want, we have learned lesson. We need a good person that will come and deliver us. We have word. We don't know how to use it. So the man that is there is competent. He cannot even insecurity, economy, everything. And it's zero under him. So please, I can't die with him.
All right, Nigerians were out yesterday in Abia State demanding for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra. Was that process? Was that protest needed at all?
I think they still need.
Kanu is in Sokoto.
Yeah, I think I will want to compare what is going on with what is going on in one of this country in abroad, in which is where anytime they just feel like they need to fly their fly their flag. So okay, we want liberation. So at the same time, there's nothing wrong for them to call on the protest, and that protest has to be organized, not disorganized. So to me, there's nothing wrong for them to protest that they should release Nnamdi Kanu. But one thing, Mr. Mike, one thing is the state actors, the non-state actors. They are the problem. They are always the problem of all these all these people, all these people that always agitated. And I can tell you what, they are the one that put Nnamdi Kanu into trouble, because had it been that the law courts that they gave a jurisdiction that come on Nnamdi Kanu, we don't want to see crowd around you, and we don't want you to be moving more than 3 or 4 people. And what happened immediately? They freed Nnamdi Kanu. That was the first time that he attended the courts, and they freed him that time. And what happened? All this crowd, they surrounded him. They caught some with gun. They caught some with the different kind of ammunitions. And what now happened? And you know, the Iyanko, I think it was Muritala Iyanko that granted him that bail that time. And what happened there? You saw a lot of
Iyanko is the next governor. Binta,
Binta. That's the Binta, wife of Muritala Iyanko. So that was the beginning of the what's it called? Nnamdi Kanu castrated. So to me, it caused a lot of havoc for himself, and some of the state actors caused a lot of havoc. It's just like Igboho too. You know, when Igboho was busy moving from one challenge to another challenge, that Wakilu need to leave our territory because they are killing our people, but it did not go through it in the right way. And thank God that the whole thing went on, that the elders of the Yorubas, they supported him in Benin Republic. I'm talking of the Banji Akitoye and the Falola, Professor Falola, yes, and Shoyinka. So we need to learn from our mistake. I've been in that mistake before when we protested the IPOB must go. And what happened? What ended it up? I think we were severely dealt with. They treated us like an animal cell because it was the time of the military that time. And you can't fight government. Also, you can only engage government. And that it will be a lesson for another day for everybody that wants to go into that process to engage government.
I think I'm not surprised. It's their right to protest. And if that protest can bring good thing for us, I say no problem. Nnamdi Kanu should be released. I agree. I know political way is going underground. It's going underground for him to be released. I don't understand me, but for protection is okay. You can see the Mama crowd yesterday. Say going to Sokoto, doing what in Sokoto. They call for protest. As one of the leaders of protest, he has to be there. And during Jonathan time, he protest. He was the leader of protesters. So I'm not saying anything wrong there. Yes, if they can do it for them to release Nnamdi Kanu, so be it. I know that underground political system is going on for them to release Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is a fighter. Igboho is not a fighter. He's a woman. I call him woman. When you are fighting, what was you fighting for? It's not the same cause. I don't understand me. Going there to go and lie down for palace. Nnamdi Kanu can't do that. So either release him or you kill him there. But I know if they cannot kill him, somebody say he was lucky. Lucky as out. Who will sign him? The third one. Nobody can sign Nnamdi Kanu third one. Even president cannot sign it. I don't see. If Buhari cannot jail him, Tinubu can. What he just did it for him to say, show them what to say. Okay, please, I'm begging you. Know Nnamdi Kanu can't do that. Not Igboho. They are not the same cause. So for me, I support Sowore. But you know, Sowore sometimes, during Jonathan, he led protests against Jonathan. He's a woman, is this, gather papa. But today, but I'm happy that he's trying to bring that we are one. He used to go and do that and supported. So for me, I support him.
All right, thank you so much.
You fight to retreat. Right?
Global analyst, welcome to the program.
It's a fight.
Mr. Mike, can you face what you're here for? What's your business with them?
Mr. Mike, good morning. You're most welcome. I'm Global Anchor. God bless you. Global viewers, all the rest people, God bless all of you. For your kindness, for support you've been shown to this platform for witty analysis. God bless you. I mean, my humble self is All
right, if the government ignores the calls for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, could this create more instability in the Southeast?
You see, look, Mr. Mike, government has never shown a sign of weakness in the handling of the matter of Nnamdi Kanu. I've never seen any sign of weakness. But what I can ask for is that government should show understanding to those who are advancing their new cause. And what's that genuine cause? those who come out to protest is that within their fundamental right to protest on any matter, on anything they feel aggrieved about. That's the only means. Okay, Constitution give us 2 means or make us our give us to government, go through law courts or protest.
What about sit at home?
It's protest. It's protest. Not yeah, it's protest. Not rioting. Okay. But not to riot.
Protest.
Yes, it's our constitutional right. So if Sowore to have led a peaceful protest, it being was constitutionally empowered by him to associate with free people of the same like mind who believe in his cause. To champion a protest, which is legitimate in the constitution. So there's nothing wrong in that. But whether that will now lead to Kanu's release, I doubt it. I doubt that, because to answer your question, I doubt it. What I think will lead to Kanu's release is that, number one, if he wins in court of appeal, or if he wins in Supreme Court, that's two judicial pronouncements that they have been set free, they have been discharged and acquitted. Or political solution. And that political solution will go beyond Kanu himself. It encompasses the people, leadership of the South, because you cannot tell me political leadership of South will fold their arms and want somebody to be like Kanu of caliber to come and release the public and cause them their political ambition. They won't do that. They won't do that. Are you telling people like people like Soludo, governor of Imo, Uzonima, and the rest, who are having sound political ambition? Even Obi that is concerned for presidential election, do you think those political people, those politicians, will allow Kanu to come and abort their political ambition? They will not do that. So if we are talking of political solution, it will go beyond Kanu alone. Say calling him to come and sit down and stop him alone. No, it will encompass some other opinion leaders in the Southeast. Political side of them will be brought along. Economic people too, economic opinion models will also be brought along. Then Kanu have made the third factor in it. So that political solution that can also lead to release will go beyond Kanu alone. To involve political leaders of that Southeast, economic leaders of that Southeast, and maybe religious leaders too may be involved. The Kanu will also be involved. So it's not only so two things can get Kanu released from prison, judicial pronouncement or political solution that goes beyond Kanu himself. Like a simple solution. Yes, like I've said now. The political that's the only way. Yeah, those are the only two ways. We have not seen the federal government of Tinubu show weakness in handling Kanu's matter. Of course now, they clear all now, they try him, they secure conviction against him. And it's only prison sentence now. That's the truth. So that's to tell you that the state is not weakened. The state is not showing sign of weakness in handling the matter. Otherwise, they will have succumbed to threat, or protest, noise and hope. But the state maintains strength and boldness that no, they are going ahead.
All right, I'm still coming back to you. Gentleman Mike, we all understand that Kanu is currently in Sokoto prison, sentenced. Was that protest needed? I mean, that yesterday protest, was it needed? And if it was needed, what impression has it created, and what message do you think has passed to the federal government?
Thank you, Adekunle Michael. Protests generally, especially when it is peaceful, it's just a way of drawing the attention of whoever to a particular cause. And I think that is what that protest has done, just to keep reminding those in authorities that this is what we are still pushing for, and especially when it is peaceful, not a violent protest. When it is peaceful, there's nothing wrong in following that path. It's just a way of reminding government that we still believe in this cause. We still want this man, Nnamdi Kanu, out of incarceration. But just as some of my colleagues have said, the issue has gone beyond protests now. As at today, the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, protests may not be able to bring him out, as some of my colleagues have said. Judicial pronouncements or political solution, which also captures perhaps presidential pardon. Those are 2 or 3 avenue at which Nnamdi Kanu can currently be released. So for me, there's nothing wrong with the protest. It has also it has reminded authorities to perhaps start thinking of other ways apart from the judicial pronouncements now. They should look at it again and see how this man can be released. And you know why we must also appreciate people that decide to agitate, especially when it is done peacefully, is that we should not reward those who pick up arms against the state as we have done in the past. Because you notice there are precedents to this. We've seen some people pick them, especially in the Niger Delta area, and today they are celebrities. These are people that have killed our soldiers, killed Nigerians at some point, kidnapped people at some point for ransom and all of that. But because they sustain that temple, they have enough money to get arms against the nation, and they sustain it for so long. Eventually, the government bowed to them, and today they are controlling. Some of them are even in charge of our pipelines as we speak. So when you see people that have not gone to that extent and are agitating for a certain cause, they mustn't be treated like criminals. They must look at what they are talking about. I'm not saying government should be paralyzed, or government should not be in charge of things, but they shouldn't see such a person that has approached the issue like let's look at this matter like we're agitating for this, we wanted this. They should discuss more with such people rather than quickly, as some of my colleagues have said. Oje talked about that government has not shown any form of weakness in Nnamdi Kanu's case, but I also want to extend that further, but that they have shown weakness in handling other insurgents that we have seen in the nation. They have shown weakness in handling kidnappings and terrorism in the nation. And so it is that kind of a thing that they have not shown weakness against. It is pounding on protesters, as we have seen in the past. Those are the things that government has not shown weakness. So when you see protests or you see people agitating and they have not resorted into armed struggle, and I think such people should be talked to rather than quickly see them as a common criminal.
All right, we have 2 agitators. I'm talking about Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu, one in Sokoto prison and the other one working freely in the country. What does that tell you about people's issue about urbanization in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration?
Mr. Mike, the 2 causes are the same.
People have been pointing it out.
The 2 causes are the same. Yeah. The self-determination. Each of them is agitating for self-determination of Yoruba State.
And why is one in
Mr. Mike, I will tell you. Let me.
The other one.
One is agitating for Yoruba Nation is the name of which
Yoruba Nation.
Is
right?
what
And the other one was agitating for
Yoruba Nation. These are the 2 commonest things that are applicable to them. But what happened now
is one free.
Yeah. The circumstances are not the same, Mr. Mike.
Okay.
Igboho was not captured and detained in Nigeria, was he? Arrested and detained in Nigeria? He was arrested somewhere else and detained outside the country. The country even flew a jet to go and bring him back to the country for trial. But they couldn't succeed. But another one was repatriated. Okay, let me use the word repatriated because let me
captured outside Nigeria.
And brought back to Nigeria. Is it the same thing? Is it the same thing? They're not the same thing. But the same agitator when they're fighting for Yoruba Nation, Biafra Nation. You was able to escape from Nigeria and never captured and brought back to Nigeria for trial. One was able to escape from Nigeria and was captured and brought back for trial in Nigeria. It is the same thing. So the one that was able to be brought back to Nigeria for trial was very prosecuted and sentenced. Yes.
In handling his
case. Yes. Well, Mr. Mike, I'm laying the premises.
All right.
One that was successfully being captured elsewhere was brought back to Nigeria and sentenced and tried and sentenced. The other one that was able to escape from Nigeria was unable to be presented back to Nigeria and face trial. That's the scenario. Was he able to be brought back to Nigeria and sentenced?
The person is not in Nigeria.
Mr. Mike, the government, see, there are two different circumstances. So the one that was unlucky to be captured here and brought back to Nigeria and was made to go through trial and convicted is serving the punishment. The one that the government couldn't bring back to Nigeria and the case was tried where it was captured there. It was served by court. The Republic Court set Igboho free. He was not set free based on amnesty. He went through court trial and court decided him and released him. Was sorry about was he set free on amnesty or amnesty? He went through the court process in the Republic and the court decided him and acquitted him. Nigeria couldn't prove their case against him. So it's not the same thing. So but the cause is Yoruba nation, Biafra nation, self-determination, both have the same constitution. That's so. Why you're not talking about Nigeria? The circumstances are not the same. Unfortunately for Kanu was incarcerated here. So you get my point. So don't blame Nigeria. The government that was chasing Igboho.
And why was
the government that was chasing Igboho
prescribed a terrorist organization?
Yes.
Why?
The reason is being that.
What about work from the Yoruba?
Governors of the Southeast, Mr. Mike, go and do your research.
Why?
Governors of the Southeast. That was one that first came out and pronounced, declare the IPOB illegal before Buhari now went to court and get court order and back it up. Go do it. Government said that one that came out. Government said that one that first came out and pronounced IPOB banned. Go and do your research for the federal government. Now I want to go and court order to the Amalani and back it up officially. It is then government will start enforcing. So if you want to put the blame of position of IPOB on anybody, blame is on government side first of all before you now blame the government of Buhari who now got court order. That's the first of it. Those who don't follow the event, they will argue blindly. That's the trend of the event. That's how it happened. Then in the case of Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu, the same self-determination that everybody has a right to eat. Both of them advance on Yoruba nation, Biafra nation. But the circumstances that led to how Kanu was arrested and jailed, different from Igboho was able to escape and he never came to Nigeria for trial. And the government that was interested in jailing Igboho is only as a power. It's a new government that's in place now. The new government it's like a new government comes to power. Not interested in the old scheme, in the old matter. Government can change their position on what the president government said. Government of Buhari was one that was hell bent on jailing Igboho. The new government of APC that came may have a different opinion on that, and the different opinion of that is what we are seeing. That's it. So nobody can force government to throw a particular compulsion of 20 line. No, government comes and go. The government of Buhari won't take go dead or alive. New government come, no, we are not doing that land, and they have a right to eat.
Don't forget Igboho was placed on wanted list.
Of course, yes, right? Yes.
And according to reports, the kings in Yoruba land here, went to the president, they met him, they pleaded for his name to be removed, and at the end of the day, it was removed. And in the eastern region, they've been meeting with the president. They've been speaking up, telling them to release Nnamdi Kanu. Why has the president not answered? Why?
Mr. Mike, as at the time this present government came to power, Kanu's matter has been in court right from Buhari's days. It's already a judicial matter. Already. It's already been in court. There have been court processes that have been going on Kanu's matter. Igboho has not been brought to Nigeria and faced trial at all. And when Tinubu came to power, his continuation of the court process. Yes, and the court in outside went through the trial and freed him. But in the case of Kanu's case has been in the court.
What I'm trying to tell you now is that they begged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to remove his name. I mean, Igboho's name from that wanted list, and he answered them. Why did the president refuse to grant the plea of the Igbos?
That's what I didn't explain.
I said they settled it out of court. No, by begging the president.
Mr. Mike, Igboho's matter, was he did he go through court process in Nigeria? Was he charged to court? was people start to go for what he committed.
Do you know what it means for someone's name to be on blacklist?
Mr. Mike, your name can be on the blacklist of anything. And then the government has
But they already settled out of court.
Mr. Mike, you are missing
out of
you are missing this. You are missing
That's
this.
the question I'm asking.
Was
The worst case, was he settled out of court in Nigeria?
the worst case was not even settled. There was no settlement. No settlement. When you went to court, you were to
I know where he went to Benin, but at some point he couldn't enter Nigeria.
Yes
or no?
yes.
So what's happening now? Igbo is free.
What I'm telling you is that
How did he arrive at that?
the government that handles Igboho's work at that time, who wanted him dead at all costs.
Yoruba elders went to meet President Bola.
Yes.
Abi?
Yes.
And he answered them.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Why has he not been able to answer people from the Southeastern
I have
region?
answered. Let me repeat the answer again. I told you, Kanu's matter has already been a court process. Judicial process is already on. That's from Buhari's time. That's from Buhari's time. Then I point. Yes. Mr. Mike, Buhari's Kanu's matter has been a court matter. Trial has been going on. He has been trying right from days of Buhari, just admit I've been trying. So it's a frustration. The judicial process already started in case of Kanu. And there is no judicial process in case of Igboho in Nigeria at all. The matter is not the same. The process is not the same.
I know gentleman Mike wants to react to this. Two people from same country, one from the western side and the other from the eastern region. One is freely working and the other one is in Sokoto prison. Gentleman Mike, can you do justice to this? What's happening?
I think what has happened to the two individuals that we're talking about was their disposition when that issue happened. Both were attacked in their homes. If you remember, Nnamdi Kanu was attacked in his home. Igbo was attacked in his home. Both left the country at some point. But what eventually determined where they both stand as of today is that one compromise at a point, and the other has it as we speak. Igbo has dropped the Yoruba nation agenda as of today, and that was why even some of the people that pleaded for him, that was why it was easy to plead for him and all of that. It was because he dropped the agenda. It's not really about the government in power.
Surrender.
He dropped the agenda, and to some extent he has even joined the ruling party now. It was at their last convention, and the other perhaps still insists on what he has been agitating for. That is determined. If Nnamdi Kanu has dropped that cause, he would have been a free man Saturday. He would have been a free man regardless the judicial process. He would have been a free man. But I want to believe that maybe he's still holding on to that cause, and that is why he's still there.
All right, it's not backing out. All right, thank you so much. Somebody is saying Sunday Igbayi, God bless you, gentleman Mike. All right, we move on to the comment section, and Andrew Biden says Igboho is enjoying what some of you call Babasope privilege, respect for elders, not like who has no respect for elders. Udoze Chiba says, Michael, you did a great good journalism. Okay, job of journalism. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, he's just Olagide just putting around the bush.
That is the point. He doesn't have any point. Himself doesn't have any point. I told him that circumstances is not the same. Is not the same. One was not tried in Nigeria. One was tried in Nigeria. The one that was tried in Nigeria went through the judicial process. He was convicted. The other one that was not tried in Nigeria had his trial elsewhere and was set free. The circumstances are not the same. And number two, I'm repeating it. That's me. You know who's coming and hear me. Second point is that as at the time this president came to power, before he came to power, Kanu's matter had been a subject of judicial process going on already. Trial had been going on. He has been a subject of trial. So they cannot discontinue judicial process. Let the judicial process, one is got to the final decision of whether you are guilty or you are not guilty. So they cannot terminate, they cannot approach it, they cannot terminate it. So that was what has happened. The government that now came after Buhari has already inherited judicial process of Kanu being tried in the court of law, Why must they abort that process?
All right,
why must they abort that process?
Olusoya says, but during Buhari regime, MNK won the federal government with all charges. He has even asked to be compensated because he wasn't.
Let them go to that's an appeal judgment. Then he lost at the Supreme Court. He lost at the Supreme Court. That judgment of winning is an appeal court judgment. It's not the final authority of the land. Let them are they that he lost when the matter went to him, but he lost it. Why are they not quoting the final judgment? Why are they not quoting final judgment of the Supreme Court? Over that matter, they are talking of appeal judgment that gave him duty. When the matter went to the Supreme Court, did he win the Supreme Court? They are pretending they don't know that matter was squashed at the Supreme Court, that he lost the matter as Supreme Court. That's the point. He won the matter as Court of Appeal, but he lost at the Supreme Court, and that's the matter. Because go back and face trial again, retire. That's what most about is retire again. So that judgment that came in one, it's only at the appeal.
All right, thank you so much, Olajide. I'm coming back. Oyeze, you're welcome once again. Yeah, I said to Olajide and one of your colleagues that two people from different extractions, but in the same country, were tried, and at the end of the day, one is working freely, the other one is in Sokoto prison. What is wrong? What do you think happened? Can you do justice to that?
Yes, I think it has become very clear that the position of the government when it comes to issues like this. This is not the first time we are seeing these things happen. It has been happening. But a very clear example of it is that it was APC government that did extraordinary rendition. It was the same APC government that sentenced Nnamdi Kanu. Like in this country, we know everything that is happening. And Mike, I want to celebrate you this morning for trying to bring out the truth between these two figures. For me, I wouldn't compare Sunday with Nnamdi Kanu. And I have never compared them before now. Remember, this same Sunday advised Nnamdi Kanu to drop their detention. He never did. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was the one that sentenced Nnamdi Kanu. There's nothing anybody can tell me. He is the one. And I can keep on saying it. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is pro-North. I know how many arms and juju that was found in Tinubu's house. Tell me one gun. Is it that bullet? Come out and tell me one bullet or gun that was found in Nnamdi Kanu's house. The day they invaded Nnamdi Kanu's house. If those guys were actually armed, 28 people died on the spot. Were they armed? They were not armed. No arms was found in Nnamdi Kanu's house. But arms and juju were found in Sundibo's house. It is only Bola Ahmed Tinubu that knows the reason why he sentenced Nnamdi Kanu. He is the only one that knows.
Out of hatred, that's why.
And I'm telling you, all the judges in Nigeria refuse to attend to. They went and brought Omotosho. And look at it. Look, anywhere in the world you go today, there's nobody that is talking about that Nnamdi Kanu is linked to ISIS, is linked to Al-Qaeda, is linked to Hezbollah. Nigerian government are linked to Hezbollah, Hamas, all of them, they are linked to it. Nigerian government, they are linked. Mention one terrorist organization in the world where Nnamdi Kanu is linked to, or Simon Ekpa is linked to. In Aba, you saw the issue that was happening in the Middle East. You saw the Shiites or whatever they call them. You saw them protesting. There was no army there. There was no military. But the one that happened there, but they were shooting innocent people, throwing tear gas. You know my joy? Whether court, appeal court, or motor show, whether the 500 panel in the appeal court or whatever. My brother, I am telling you, so Sunday Jackson, what happened? We were in the same country. Somebody defended himself. Nigerian government put him inside jail.
Sentence him to death, self. The Americans are serving the.
My brother, a superior force is coming from us, Nnamdi Kanu. And Nigerian government cannot say no.
And
the world is angry. I can never celebrate Bola Ahmed Tinubu if you decide to do otherwise tomorrow. Release him as Nnamdi Kanu. I cannot celebrate him, and I will not. No, I'm being honest. Yes, I'm being honest. Because Biafra has gone beyond Nigeria. It has gone beyond what Nigeria can. And kudos to Nnamdi Kanu for his steadfastness. You can see Sunday, I said it that day. He's already wearing a PC cap. And another person from London or thereabout is also questioning this. A Yoruba man that they call it, I can remember his name. This is absolutely wrong. The image he's portraying when you see him with these people, a party you claim they were this, all of a sudden. But that is a lesson for another day. But Mike, what I want to tell you is very clear. By the time a superior force, you know where we are not careful? We are very careful. The Igbos are very careful because we know very clearly that we are being hated in Nigeria. Whether you like it or not.
I don't think so.
Yes, I'm telling you, Mike, in honest truth. A clear example is that so when they came, okay, there was this thing there, you know, but at that place, why are they still shooting? Why do we have presence of armed police and army in Aba?
To protect the protesters.
And they were shooting the
Peaceful protester.
But when the shites were doing their something, there was no police. There was nothing. Mike, in a situation you find yourself, you don't. Are they not going to the east to beg Igbo youths to join the Nigerian military? Are they going to join the Nigerian military themselves? I hope you understand what is actually playing out. And these things are what the Nigerian government brought into the system that made an average Igbo man look at it, irrespective of Igbo's contribution to Nigeria as a nation, more than any other place. 60 years now. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu is saying he's a clear-cut Democrat. But brother, we don't need the referendum. Biafra is what we are asking for, the international community, the global world, world leaders, is recognition. But we have already done our referendum in 1967. We don't need a referendum. What we do need is recognition. And that is it. But I can tell you, thousands of people are working. See, Nnamdi Kanu is just a symbol of what is going to come.
What do you think would be the solution to Nnamdi Kanu's challenge now? Because it seems sit-at-home has failed. Protest has even failed. Protest upon protest, being embarked on, but at the end of the day, no results. What could be the solution to Nnamdi Kanu? What can get him out of that Sokoto prison?
Good morning, our viewer. May God bless you all. God bless you, Mr. Mike. You know, something attracted me that made me to pause. I say, I must react. Based on the question you asked, in Nigeria, especially in this, country and the set of the people in the corridor of power and the particular political party, protest is not valid. People's opinion doesn't matter to them. Your life means nothing to them. So, come to the case of Nnamdi Kanu. I have said something here. There will be a time a force will come. Do you know that in America there is a particular they call it veto There is a particular veto power that is in America. And that veto was given to them in 18th century. Let me use 18th century, not now. Do you understand? Which they can invoke it at any given time. Of which, if they decided, they can use it to bring Nnamdi Kanu out. Yeah, that is one. Number two, for your information, they can come now as a citizen. They come for their citizen. No, Kanu have been recognized, have been taken, admitted, and welcomed, adopted as a citizen of where? Georgia.
US.
Georgia is from where? US. They can come for their son. Hello, they can come for their son, and you cannot stop them. That is my own point. That is the area I believe. But pertaining to Nigeria, one, Bob Marley sang a song. He said, in a place, in a country where criminals make the law, justice is failed. In a country where criminals make law, justice failed. And I don't want to forge ahead on that. And I want to correct another notion. The statement from Mr. Femi, when he was talking about Lord Lugard, and at the same time he made mention of Zeke and amalgamation. Please, the Lord Lugard who wrote a memo, I quote to Femi now, who wrote that memo, did the Lord Lugard seek the concept of the Igbos before merging Nigeria, Igbos together with Nigeria? Because he was saying that there was no cross, no, there was nothing like this, that, and I was waiting for him to land. And there was no cross. Now Lugard stood up and wrote a memo for his own selfish interest, not for the interest of the people. Zeke you are talking about was merely 10 years as at the amalgamation of Nigeria, 1914. Because Zeke was born 1904 and Nigeria was emerged 1914. Just buried 10 years. So it's not even up to the age of accountability. So who are the Easterners that endorsed their signature with that memo that we are going to remain with Nigeria forever? When we are talking, I don't know how some people used to carry matter out of sentiment and hatred. Don't you know that all these things are got to play? You say it's not in your constitution. The constitution was Lord Lugard's constitution. And Lord Lugard's constitution and statement was based on his own selfish, the British interest, empire based. They have made Nigeria their own venture, a firm, personally to themselves, not even for the interest of Nigeria per se. Do you understand me? So let me tell you, whatsoever that is going on, something that don't have solution is dead. Oh, are you hearing me? He said that we even buried the dead. That means that is still our solution. That is the solution to that. So whatsoever that Lord Lugard have memoed in writing have solution. Because my concept, when I mean my concept, I'm talking about the Biafrans. Mention one person from the East that signed that memo to remain with Nigeria. None.
But there was a clause, sorry to cut you, there was a clause that after 100 years, if this amalgamation does not hold waters, you can de-amalgamate, yes. After 100 years, you can question the coming together of Northern and Southern protectorates. But the Nigerian government and the Nigerian people, even at the point that Jonathan wanted to do it, they never allowed Jonathan to do it. And you know that why they are prevailing over this unity, including Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who said some time ago that he does not believe in Nigeria. They are all pretending about this unity. Anybody that is telling you that Nigeria is one does not mean well. To date, the present president today said he does not believe in one Nigeria. In 1997, April 13. Then how come he suddenly become what it is today? Nnamdi Kanu has never carried a gun against anybody.
He has never carried a gun, but Bola Ahmed Tinubu sentenced him to life imprisonment. He's the one that sentenced him. The case which Igbo had, irrespective of whatever circumstances, they are the same thing, but you can see now. Among all the agitators in Nigeria, including Tombola, I said all of them have tested the other side of feasting with the federal government. It is only Nnamdi Kanu still standing. I bluntly refused today. But there is going to be a price Nigeria is going to pay for that damage.
All right, you guys have right to your own opinions, and as much as you still support disintegration,
I support it 100 times.
There are other Igbos that don't, they are not in line. They don't share your view.
Okay. Mike, let me say something.
Is the struggle for Biafra still relevant in Nigeria?
Let me tell you. I will give you an example.
Some of your people are joining the ruling All Progressives Congress.
Hold on, I will answer. It's
Some of your governors are
hold on.
to the ruling All Progressives Congress.
Hold on.
Now in Anambra, Soludo openly declared support for Tinubu as regards 2027.
Nobody is disputing that. There is something I want to tell you. Don't be offended, please. Go and read the history of the freedom of Scottish and Ireland. Are you hearing me? The man that betrayed Sir Williams was his cousin that was working with the British Parliament. So you don't expect everybody in my family. Don't you used to have family meeting? There is always a disagreement. You understand? So you see some Igbos, all those Igbo Fulani, and funny enough, you know the most annoying part of it. At the end of the day, they are not seeing what Nnamdi Kanu and few of us have seen. By the time Nnamdi Kanu successfully succeed, and they give us this freedom we are talking about, the same set of people in one way or the other will come back and begin to say, "I am sorry, forgive." The same people, their family member will come and say they want to contest and become president and become governor, become local government chairman. They are not reasoning it now. Do you understand me? If whereby a situation at the end of the day, by the special grace of God, we will have it. By the time we get to Biafra, these people now come. We reminded them, because I will remind somebody, if God give me life, I will remind them. Do you understand me? I will remind them, because these things, some people, some set of people suffered, and you people are the one that antagonize it. Then now you want to become governor to rule the people you rejected. Yes, you want to come and rule the people you rejected. You want to govern in a place where you do not want. So you definitely go there. These are the things that they should be played with caution. But let me tell you, they are joining APC, joining whatsoever is a normal thing.
Do you think the agitation by Indigenous People of Biafra still represents the views of most Igbos, with the city boys in place? Celebrities are supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Let me give you reference
re-election
to the class of people in a society, according to Karl Marx theory.
Big Bana is part.
He's running business.
He's part of
He's protecting his business in Lagos. He's protecting his business in Lagos. If now you
but it's part of the movement. Is it not part of the movement?
Mike,
I'm sorry. You know that's a question. Are they not part of the movement?
What kind of movement are you talking about? City boy.
Yes.
Movement of
They are supporting to protect their business.
Are
they not in support of that movement? Are they not supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for 2027? Why are you twisting?
No, I'm not twisting. I said they are supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu politically. Yes, in 2027 because of their business. They have to protect their business that is in Lagos.
What about the governors?
Those ones are already.
What are they protecting?
Those ones are fighting politically in the name of. They are seeing themselves that they don't have much say over the people, and they are eating the cake
of the nation. They are part of the people eating the cake of the nation. You understand? So you don't easily expect them to just give up. It's Abari Benota speaking for Biafra.
Now, does the agitation represent the views of most Igbos? That's the question.
Mike, you are talking about
all this division.
No. What you are saying from the political class, because we are still in Nigeria, is acceptable. You know, I mean, I am not against anybody joining any political party or doing anyhow, but that does not take your identity away. Please understand that it does not take your identity away. It does not take away who you are. Because all these guys we are seeing, you know, today, Biafra is still in existence. Mike, I can tell you that Biafra is still in existence because as at countries that recognize Biafra has never up till now denounced that recognition till today. Although what we are asking the world is recognition. We are not saying Biafra, we are not seeking for we want to have Biafra. No! We are asking the global community to recognize that Jewish nation as an independent sovereign nation. Simple! When they are flying to the moon, they are good to fly, whatever they want to fly to. I mean, I'm not against that. But let me say, among 12, there must be Judas. Agreed. But does he enjoy a mass appeal? That's the question. Does it enjoy a mass appeal? That's the question. So if among 12 there must be Judah, of course, even to today, there are some places you go, they will tell you say, "Nah, here I go see, and now me, I know my hand no day." You understand? But in Iran today, there are people who are still supporting Khomeini. There are people who are saying no. But what is the whole world talking about? There should be. Like, we are making a great mistake. If the world fails to recognize Biafra, the consequences will be much. In 2005, Yasser Arafat begged the Jewish nation, Israel, to allow them, give them small portion. No, no problem, please give us this. Do you know what Israel did? Israel handed over the entire West Bank, everything to them. Please, let us live in peace. Let us coexist and see. Not only that, with money, houses, and everything. In 2005, that was the Abraham Accord. What happened? Years after, they were receiving aid from different parts of the country. They were using it to dig tunnels and all that. And before you know it, on October 7th, everybody that is saying that what Israel is doing is not correct, that person needs his share to be examined. And that is the same thing we are facing in Nigeria. Nigerian government are pretending over the doom that is coming. They are just pretending. If it's in a normal sane nation, somebody like Nnamdi Kanu don't supposed to go through that process, because the calculation is that, you know, this exposure is too much. We must deal with him, and that is what happened. But his sentencing to Sokoto prison has thrown another dimension and placed Nigeria on a serious surveillance. For the first time in the history of Nigeria, the Israeli Prime Minister intervened. For the first time. Today, Nnamdi Kanu is being debated in Knesset Parliament in Israel. They are debating him. In fact, there's a resolution on it. So they are not in the same level. The world is looking at you. What do you have to offer? What are you bringing to the table? He said, "Boy, they do that race. Do that race now." The world is watching. Then at the end of the day, they want to come to the back, but that's okay. If that's what it is. Imagine a situation if Israel was behaving like a kid.
I don't think he will give him the best advice.
What kind of advice?
He said
Igbo said
he should surrender.
To drop agitation. That's what Igbo said.
Yeah.
To drop agitation.
So don't you think that was the best?
No.
The best advice.
See, now maybe Igbo does not understand clearly what that statement actually means.
Can you fight government and win?
Yes, they can remove government. Anybody is telling you they cannot remove, they can defeat government. I can tell you number of times Gani Adams defeated Nigerian federal government. Gani follow me. let Ghanaian
They all realized they couldn't win the government. That's why he surrendered.
No, bros. Well, you know what is called conviction? Let me give you an example. There's a man they call Chengisman. Chengisman was a Russian physicist, a Zionist. Immediately, Hitler dealt with them completely. All the Jews all over the world, 6 million died. He called one other guy. If I can remember his name, I will tell you. And demanded that Britain should give Israel a place to stay. Okay, listen, Britain, as at that time, said, go to hell, God will punish you, give you way, because they were in controlling Palestine as at that time. Gaza, West Bank, they don't want anything like that. Run everywhere. Then, as God will have it, the guy now, he was the first person to discover what they call dynamite in the world. Go and check it, Jewish man. When he discovered that stuff, he started what they call today Zionist movement that gave birth to the present day Israel state. Mike, salvation comes through a man, one man. If only in Nigeria, IPOB, actually the same IPOB who are terrorists are going to vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I do not see, even if Buhari has dented himself to an extent, I expected Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do the same thing. Come and say, this guy, I thought Fulanis are killing people. Is it not true? Please go. Yes, go. And revelations are coming. The whole thing is building like a circle now. You can see it.
All right, away from that, the president said yesterday that his emergence as the president of the nation was ordained by God. What does it mean to you? What does it suggest?
No, I listened to Bola Ahmed Tinubu where he said he's a Democrat, and what makes him a Democrat was that he signed the electoral bill and all that, and that what makes him a Democrat. You know, when you talk about God, you know, God himself has a human factor. And God has a divine factor. And when you attribute the human factor to divinity, it becomes an issue.
Are you telling us that the last election was not free and fair?
Like those who conducted the election, who were part of him, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who he deliberately assembled for a mission, said that they are the one that compromised the process. One of them is in DSS custody now. He said they are the one that brought evil. If they are the one, if they can open the mouth and tell you that this is, but I don't want to go to some.
He said that the international bodies asked them to nullify that election, but they refuse. They refuse, and I will not forget it is the former president of South Africa. No, the one that came, Thabo Mbeki, what is this called? The one that came after Mandela. Thabo Mbeki, am I right? He said he was one of the observants, which stated it clearly there was nothing like free and fair election in Nigeria. That the person that they are announcing is not the original person that win the election, but it was done what? Ignored. Are you hearing me? So the issue is this: why did you, whether you conduct election or not, but you invited him to come and be an observer, and the observer went back and give a report of what he observed and what he saw, just like Larimo. Are you getting it? So all these things, whichever way you like, you reason it or you say or you understand it, I am telling you the fact, and that fact remains. I am telling you, they said the international bodies say cancel that election. Do your findings, Mr. Mike. I don't do your findings.
No, Mike, I'm not against. Mike, I'm not against what. But he goes a long way to say that Nigeria is enjoying a fractured system. That's what they are enjoying. A system that is fractured, a system that is manipulated.
When this man died,
Well, remember, so you will not say they did not say it. Mike, everybody knows that there is injustice in Nigeria, and that is a clear-cut agenda to make sure that whatever happens, that Igbo man does not get involved. To a larger extent, Bola Ahmed Tinubu can be president. Me, I'm not against that. Whichever means you use it to be president, it's okay. But if you are there, can you please give Nigerians leadership? Can you better our laws? Can you give us credibility in terms of electoral process? He never did. And he said you're a Democrat, that God sent you. Well, that is politics for the black man.
All right, thank you so much. Good
morning, viewers the world over. We appreciate you all. Thanks for keeping keeping faith with us, staying tuned. We love you guys. It's interesting to be on the program once again. Thank you guys.
Good morning, everybody. This is Friday. Thank God it's Friday, and I know it's going to be well today.
How did Tinubu get there? That's the question. He said it's a divine plan by God Almighty. But to you, how did he get there?
Well,
whose plan?
Definitely. There must be a hand of God in order. God is involved. God there by different design, different arrangement. Considering his historic experience, as a pro-democracy fighter, he was in the struggle, he was in the trenches. He's been around the game for quite some time. At a point in time, he was a nobody. He was relatively unknown. He struggled through thick and thin to have the golden fleece, the white man education. Considering his journey, life odyssey in general, if you are a king follower of the gentleman, you know quite well that he is born out of divine arrangement. It's a divine design, divine ordination. Now, it's not accidental. It's not accidental. I don't believe in coincidences. When you couldn't have come this far, you couldn't have come this much without the hand of God in it. It's divinely conjured, divinely instigated.
And God himself pushed Nigerians to vote for him massively.
Definitely.
In the last election.
Definitely. God must have motivated Nigerians. That's why against permutations, against machinations from pastors, from pseudo clerics, from counterfeit people, against problems from different forces, different corners, against some so-called clerics, some so-called servants of God, even against his own party, some people within his own government, within his own kitchen cabinet, can go against it, and he made it nonetheless.
If you claim it's divine, definitely what we are facing, the economic crisis, insecurity, and all of that, are divine as well.
Of course, we should not be carried away by order. It's been forewarned, it's been foretold, even in the scripture, in the holy book, that in the world there will be adversity, there will be tribulation, there will be problems. That in all, be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. So says the Lord God of hosts. He has overcome them. So it's not problems. They are part and parcel of human existence. You can't do without them.
Even the suffering
you can't do without them. It's natural. There will be suffering.
Nigerians on a daily basis is divine.
What matters is the mechanism through which we resolve our problem. The mechanism through which we resolve our problem.
Are you talking about?
The laws, the processes, the institutions, the agencies put in place to tackle all our problems. What matters is having the necessary mechanism in place to address our challenges, our problems. But it's natural that there will be problems. Even America, you find out that about his glory, at the height of his glory, they have their problem, pocket of insecurity, pocket of challenges, pocket of injustice.
They are all divine.
The same America we seem to celebrate.
They are ordained by God.
It's part and parcel of divine design, part and parcel of divine arrangement.
They are planned by God, by God Almighty. So God plan for us to suffer.
For us to suffer. You call it suffering. I don't think that's suffering. That should be challenges. What you see as challenges, they have a way of bringing it down. You have a way of bringing it down out of us.
It's beyond what you're saying. It's beyond challenges.
What
the crisis, what you are facing, can you all
you want to take over the program? What is meaning of this?
Can you all take it
discuss? Go that place, go and discuss your matter.
So the crisis beyond Nigeria. I don't know what you're facing. I don't know what the gentleman there is facing. I don't know what you might be passing through. But again, the one beyond me, Lord Almighty, I'm a cleric. I'm a seasoned one for that matter. And I believe strongly that as I put in the Bible, that I will with whatever that is beyond our faith. So I don't see it as beyond Nigerians. They are not insurmountable. And they are not something we can't overcome. We can get there with patience, with prayer, with understanding, with cooperation, with mutual understanding in our country. We can get there. It's not undoable.
All right, let's get I'm going to say that when the righteous rule, you understand, the people rejoice. From virtually what I'm going to say is that our process are actually faulty. So whoever has won the election through hooks or by corner, God has actually made him to come there. But one thing of the thing is that what I expected our president to do is that is to correct the process. The process that brought him there is actually wrong. You understand? There's no transparency. Now he quickly rushed and signed another 40 electoral law. We said we want real-time transmission. Before you know, this is the first time the president has come to the country that within a day they just pass it. The next day he sign it. It's actually a slap on Nigerian citizens. And Nigeria is saying, no, we want real time. Why is it that the people that are ruling us, they are not doing the right thing? They will get good things from abroad, impose it on people, and the credit that is supposed to get to the Nigerian citizens, they will not do it. You are imposing tax on the people, and the people are not enjoying the benefits. There's no shelter, there is nothing, there's all these things are affecting Nigerian people. One of the things I will say is that our government, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if you could remember, Yar'Adua said the system that brought him in was faulty, that he did not think that he won the election. You understand? And he started making adjustments. But this our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not even making a bet. Rather, is all the old governor of other opposition party, all the opposition party, he's trying to, he brought all of them over to see that he wants to solve them. I want to say that God has made him to be our president at this time, and he did not use what they call wisdom and understanding, follow the pattern.
And if things still go wrong under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's watch or administration, we used to say it got wrong.
No matter what happens, the extent of degeneration, the extent of rot in the system, I still believe strongly that is divinely arranged. It's divinely organized. It couldn't have come to pass
so wrong.
No matter the extent of whatever you see as
things continue like this.
In many cases,
continues like
talking of Nigeria, I'm one of those very sanguine Nigerian, very optimistic. I talk negative. I don't talk negative on Nigeria. I believe in positivity. I don't believe in negative. I'm not one of those people who go about seeking for validation. God mighty Nigeria, talking about our nation. So spreading falsehood, propaganda, half-truth, fabrications about Nigeria. So I heard some other guys the other time talking about all those beer parlor stuff, all those things. It's laughable. For God's sake, we should stop it. We should stop demarketing Nigeria.
Their inability to build a refinery for us, a local refinery for us, God's plan as well.
Their inability,
yeah,
is divinely ordered, divinely organized. So in any case,
as well.
Hello, my good brother. Truth be told, there is no perfect system anywhere in the world. There is no perfect system. There are glitches, there are issues in Nigeria. Nigeria is not yet the Eldorado we desire. It's not yet the promised land everybody want to see. I've got my own reservations about Nigeria. I have my own challenges as well. I've got my own problems about the way things are done in Nigeria. But again, we don't say because of a few glitches and issues here and there, we now throw away the baby and we throw it with the bathwater. It's not done. That's not the way things are wrong.
Prof,
So,
I want to say something. Despite that you say you don't like the negativity,
demarketing Nigeria. I don't say things that would demarket our nation.
Hold on. If our government are doing what is not right, it is your own opinion to air your view, to tell them that you prefer solution to them. A lot of Nigerian citizens, a lot of the people are prefer solution to our government, our president, but they refuse to answer. That's why I said in the Bible, he said you are clergy. The Bible said when the righteous rule, When the righteous rule, what happened? The people rejoice. And just as what our anchor is saying, see, there are a lot of things that are going on. Prayer alone cannot solve it. Saying and speaking positivity cannot solve it. But there's something that says that right from the day of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffered violence, and the violent world taketh it by force. It is time we hold our leaders accountable, because if we hold them accountable, they will do the right thing and will get the right result. Our institution and every government parastatal are going to be doing well. That's what I am saying.
I understand you very much. Question, my answer to his question should be rooted, is also rooted in the Bible.
All right.
Of course, you can see the experience of Son in the Bible. I was appointed for the people of Israel to teach them some lessons.
Supporting you this morning, Andrew Gujimi says that David was ordained, still he messed up. That doesn't mean he wasn't ordained by God.
Son was as well ordained. He messed up.
All right.
It was to teach us some lessons.
All right, the Chima says, Felix, have you seen why I call you a pendulum? You supported tax, but today criticizing it. A stable place.
No. See, I am a tax practitioner. I don't need to. When I come on the platform, during that period when they were saying, I was doing what they call enlightenment, orientation, telling people these are the stand, these are. But I later realized, and I said that the benefits other countries are benefiting, this government is not giving it to the people. You understand? It is not actually wrong for me not to say what the government is not doing. I actually came on this platform, and I was telling them that I was orientating them, but the government, so I have to come out and say it.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate your contribution.
So, have a Sunday.
Right.
Once again, my name is Johnson Akau.
All right, thank you so much. All right, good morning to you. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good morning, our viewers. Good morning, Southeastern.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
All right, our viewers, we appreciate your engagement this morning. We say a big thank you to you for commenting. Drop your comments in the comment section. We appreciate all of you. We'll be back here tomorrow with more interesting topics. It's been a wonderful time with you. Yeah, Bola Ahmed, thank you. Also, Obinwa GOA, 7 Evan, Ordinary Tawu, Big Prince, Chief Producer Chima, Andrew Ogunjimi, and the likes. We appreciate it. Please stay safe. Goodbye.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe tán lè ṣe náà ni àwọn private kan máa ṣe.
Àdètọ́yù wọ́n máa ṣe. Happy